Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about DC Dark Legion, specifically a brand new test build that came up just a couple days ago. Very different from what we have been playing over the last 5 months. There's a lot of cool stuff, but there's also some stuff in there that could probably be tweaked. Are they going to go with that one? Are they going to stick with this one? Are they going to do something in the middle? We have no idea. All we know is we have a completely new build with a lot of stuff in it that is actually quite different. So we have a lot to discuss here, so let's get into it. All right, and welcome back. And as you can see, the biggest change, one of the biggest changes, is in the look, right? Landscape versus portrait. Some people like it, some people don't. I think what would be really cool is the option to go back and forth. Make it landscape or make it portrait, however you want to do it. So you can play in portrait with a single hand, or you can controller style with landscape. So that's one of the biggest changes here to really get used to. There's a whole list of changes I want to run through. So let's start with alliances. A couple changes here. Number one, technology tree. You're still contributing to the technology tree. Everybody donates. Once you max out that donation, a cool thing is that in the prior build, you needed league funds in order to start that research. You don't need that anymore. Once you have the right amount of donations, then all you have to do is start the research and you're done. So that goes pretty quick. Another change here is I don't see any roles in the alliance. So in the old build, you got R4s, R5s, R3s. You got a whole leadership team there. You don't have that here. I think that we still need that, because it takes more than just one person to run an entire guild. It takes a good leadership team there. So definitely need those different roles, especially when you have everybody in different time zones. Let's talk about appointment. So you know that in the old build, you're able to appoint your heroes to different rooms. You still have that here. So you can see who I've got in the Armory and the power plant, Wayne Steel, drones, all that stuff. Cool thing is I can click into here. It's going to tell me the percentage increase. I do like the fact that we have higher percentage increases here for efficiencies with these different rooms than we did in the previous build. So you can see kind of who's going to do better. If you get somebody that's going to give you a higher percentage of efficiency in that area, it's going to flag it. It's going to give you a red dot and say, hey, you might want to swap this person out. Also, a cool thing is that you don't have to swap everybody out every day. That's one thing that really irritated me. I didn't think it was really necessary in the previous build, where you have to swap everybody out in every single room every single day. It's a little irritating. This time, you can just see this guy here, Deadshot. He just went to Z's. So he's going to go chill somewhere. He's probably going to either go into living quarters here, or yep, he's down here. Look at that. He's running around in the living quarters down here into his portrait. Boom, and disappears. Or you'll see him in the lounge here. So they're going to go rest, they're going to come back, and they're going to start over. So that just automatically happens in the game, which I think is really, really cool. Also, one thing that I think is cool in the game is as you upgrade the rooms, I'll just go into here. As you upgrade these rooms, you got all these different like furnitures and stuff like that, right? So as you upgrade it, the room gets decorated. I think from an aesthetic point of view and an immersion point of view, that's really cool, because as you are investing in the upgrades and stuff, you're visually seeing a change. I like seeing that. It's just an aesthetic thing, but seeing the same picture over and over and the only thing that increases is numbers is kind of boring to me. So it is cool that you see that. I think that you need an upgrade all, because you have to upgrade each one of these components until you hit 100% up here, and then you'll see that upgrade button pop up. So that's one thing they could probably do, is just add an upgrade all or something like that. So that's where the living quarters comes into play, and the lounge, all of this, because we have a status, right? We've got this happiness factor, this satisfaction right here of all these smiley faces, frowny faces, and stuff like that. So the impact here, you can see here with low satisfaction, champions are less efficient at work. So obviously it pays to keep those rooms upgraded. And that's all you have to do, is keep those rooms upgraded to keep these percentages up higher. You don't have to max them out. But obviously the higher the percentage, the more efficient they're going to be. So there is that to manage within the base. And that's pretty much it as far as rooms and appointments and stuff like that. I thought there were some good updates there. Let's talk about the Armory. Armory is quite different here. When you're upgrading the rooms, it now takes pieces from deconstructed armor. So you're going to deconstruct armor that you don't use. It's going to give you this component, this cube component here. I need 300 in order to upgrade the Armory. and then I'll go ahead and upgrade it. As you upgrade, it unlocks different blueprints just like before, but instead where you have these different sections, and some of the sections, once you get a little further into the game, unlocks more than one armor type. In here, it's just one each time. So here's Mr. Freeze Cryo Suit, then you got LexCorp Armor. When I unlock 9, I'm going to get the Themyscirian Battle Armor, Red Rocket on level 11. So as you increase those, you know exactly what you're going to get. And one thing that you notice too is the classes, right? You're going to see that these are class specific. So this armor only is for warriors and guardians. This armor here is specifically for, I think this intimidators and obviously support. So it's going to tell you where the armor is going to need to be used as far as your class types. That's another change here. You no longer can mix and match your armor. It just all goes to that specific class. So if I go into my heroes here, and I go here, I can do into my gear, I can do a quick equip. So it's gonna just equip the gear that she could use. And when you go into here and you take a look at stuff, I would like, if I wanna replace this, you can see the other gear here where it'll tell me what it does to my power level for that character. But that's really it. I think that's a pretty big change when it comes to your armor. You no longer have to try and figure out what armor is best for what armor is I going to mix and match. Also, your stats seem static as well. So no longer are you trying to craft millions of pieces of armor to get the perfect roll for your stats. It's just automatically there. So really all it is upgrading your armory, getting the blueprints, the materials that you need to craft the armor that each of your heroes need. So that's quite a bit of difference there. Some people are going to like that. Some people aren't. Some people really like going after those perfect rolls. So that's going to be a pretty big change for everybody. Let's see. That covers it for Armory. Let's see. Next, Treasury. There's no more Treasury. The Treasury is gone. That's what is what generated cash for you. Instead, now you have a shelter, which is right here. If I click on that, you're going to get the, I like this. You're going to get this overhead view. I think this is cool. You're upgrading this. It starts out with this purple haze stuff here, this toxic purple haze. But as you can see, as you upgrade, you get these different buildings. They start from little huts. And as you upgrade, again, aesthetically, as you make upgrades, you're seeing this change. I purposely did not click the check mark on this because I wanted to see what happens. But basically what you're doing is you're going out there, you're helping people, you're bringing everybody to the shelter, and then you are upgrading that shelter. This shelter generates cash, as you can see right here. And this is where you collect all your money. Not Treasury anymore, it's this. So this has replaced Treasury. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's click on this, see what happens. Boom. Yep. Shelter upgraded. You can see now we've got houses and stuff out there. So, and then I've got 200 here. I can go ahead. Let's click on that. Boom. There we go. And as you upgrade those, you're going to generate more and more cash. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like that piece. Synthesis. Synthesis is gone. Lounge just upgraded. So let's do that. Let's grab that. Boom. Synthesis. So Synthesis was that room, the forge, where you went in there and you crafted materials that you needed for level breaking your heroes, for level breaking your legacy pieces. You don't need that anymore. If I want to go into here, and I don't know that I'm actually, yep, right here. If I want to level break Black Canary here, what I need is this stuff here. It's called Stimulator now. For some reason, I can't remember why. What is it called? I don't know. I can't remember the blue stuff, what it was called before, but it's called Stimulator now. You can get it out of the training simulator. You can also get it out of the bio lab rooms as well. It doesn't generate very fast though, so hopefully they fix that. But that's all you need. You don't need to craft another component. And again, when I talked about, if I mentioned it, there are less timers. I think one of the biggest issues with the previous build is just the amount of timers that you have to wait on. This is another timer that you don't have to wait on. So that is that. You do have gear here. Same thing when it comes to, let me go to a piece of a legacy piece that I haven't fully maxed yet. Let me see, or that I would need to level break. Here we go. Let's go here. Yeah, see, so upgrade War Room to 11. Once I hit War Room 11, then I will be able to level break the not so huge hammer here. So again, you don't need to craft that specific piece out of the forge in order to upgrade your legacy pieces or to level break your legacy pieces there. So it's easier to keep up with that. Map. All right. There's a huge difference with the map. In the previous build, you're going through, and as you're working through the story, it unlocks the different cities, and you're going through the different cities. You're running. There's no overworld component to this game. I think one of my frustrations with the other build, which is still very much the main game. Again, this is a test. One of my frustrations there is just you're running around looking for hideouts to raid. You're running around looking for blue cubes. You're just doing a lot of running around and not getting a whole lot from it. I think they maybe went a little too far here. So maybe something in the middle. But if we go to the map here, it's the same map. You see all this, but it's now more of like a dispatch type mode, right? So you still have your patrols, just like we would have before. I'd go up to here. I'd hit patrol. I'm going to auto deploy my team. It takes 2 minutes. Boom, patrol. I'm going to do that for all of these, right? Let me go ahead. Let me do this. And as you level up more heroes, you're going to be able to send off more patrols. I don't think I can send this one off yet. Nope, they're not power level. The power level's not where it needs to be, and you can't do less. And then, so those are your patrols. Now, when you're running around the cities and you're looking for hideouts to raid, that's what I feel this is here, because now we go in and we go into the battles and we battle. So we got our patrols. As we're patrolling, we're going and we're battling. This leads me to the next piece that some people don't really like. And probably one of the biggest concerns some people have is the way that combat has changed. And it's only changed in a few different ways, but it's enough to make some people concerned. So first off, you can see the view is more of a top-down view. Some people like that side view. I think for this, if you have like a camera 1, camera 2 type thing, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, I think that would be cool, and that would address that for people who like the more top-down look, or like the look of the previous build where it's more kind of this side type view, right? So, and then I'm going to hit fight. First off, let me take this guy out. What do you notice? There's no captain. There are no more captains here, so you can't manually move somebody around. So we go fight. So that's one concern. The other concern is this. I'm going to take it off auto, and I'm going to do it ×1. I've got Ivy coming up. Ah, it went out too fast. It went out too fast. I don't know, actually, if I'm going to be able to come across a tougher fight right now in order to show you this. But let's go into this battle. So I'll just explain it in case it doesn't happen. You cannot manually target your ultimates now. That is a huge concern some people have. It is now 100% auto. It's always been idle combat, but you were able to target your ultimates. You can't do that now. You can't target who your captain starts to attack first. That takes some strategy out of it. I think it's easy enough to bring back since it's already built in, but that's one of the biggest concerns some people have. It takes out some of that strategic thinking. I can't make my captain target this specific person. I can't manually target my ultimates. So like, there was somebody on the Discord that said, hey, I want to be able to manually target Aquaman to bring everybody together and then use my flash. And instead of him just automatically using his ultimate on the hero or the character with the highest attack, I'm going to have him use it on Batman. So Batman uses his AoE multiple times. That way they cause a ton of damage, right? You can't do that. You can't have that level of strategic thinking in the way that it is now. So I think that's probably one of the biggest concerns with that. So I think they need to find something something to help balance that out. I think bringing it back would be fine. I don't think it's a concern to bring it back. I'm not a developer, but everything is already there, so I don't know why they just couldn't add it back into the game. And I think that would help a lot of people with this current build. All right, you can see all of these. You can now also see that this material here, the AC/DC shards, are now, you get those from patrols and stuff like that on the map as well, and not so much. I haven't seen combat cycle yet, but that's where you can get some of these really early on so you can build up force and everything. Still required for force. But again, with force, you don't have the forge to craft the specific materials that you need in order to upgrade your force. as well. So again, there's another time saver there. One of the biggest concerns about this game has been just the amount of time that you're waiting on rooms building or crafting stuff. And I think they've solved for a lot of that with this. I think they just need just a few different tweaks. All right. Oh, also, one final piece about this. As you are building, as you are completing, like right now at 25 of 40, once I go up to level 8, I'm going to have higher rarity tasks available to me, your commons, your rares, and your epics. So you probably have seen that in some other games. But as you do more here, you're going to have more rare. The rarity of these missions are going to increase, which means the rewards that you get are going to increase, which is pretty cool. So something you definitely want to stay on top of. Next, banners. We already covered combat. So banners. I like that they did this. So in here, we go to bleed, and then there's only one banner now, not two. You don't have the hyper time and the brave and the bold. Also, the cost of your draws have dropped. It's now 80 gems. It's a 50% decrease in gem cost because it's 160 in the other build. It's 80 in this build. So yeah, I think that's huge. I like the simplified banner right now. Maybe later on, other banners come up, you know, however they want to plan for that. But I do like the decreased cost. Also, look at this. We got a brand new character that we have not seen at all. This is Stargirl. If you haven't seen her in action, you can see her on the stream. She seems more PvP focused, but we have a brand new character with Stargirl. All right. I think that's pretty much it. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's jump into this. This is the next mission here. These are what the missions look like. It tells me what my possible rewards are. Obviously, you can see my power level here. Let's go in. Let's check it out. All right, the map. I was telling you that there is no overworld mechanic here. We do still have the map. Think of this map as like in other games, you know, you've got your display and you've got different nodes that you're going to, right? Some nodes are battle nodes, some nodes are story nodes. You see that in a lot of different games. That's essentially what this is. It's all auto-pathing though, so there's no self-exploration. So I'm gonna click this. Here we go. I'm gonna skip through all of this because we're gonna reread it because I know that we're gonna go through this story again. Here we go. We're gonna talk to this person, civilians. We're telling them to go to the shelter. So now we get more people in the shelter. You get actually the rewards are pretty nice going through here. Usually I have a concern with the rewards because we're not getting enough. I think we're getting a pretty fair amount here. All right, here's our battle. This will illustrate more kind of what I was talking about, not being able to guide your abilities. So again, no captain. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, see, I can't do anything. I can't guide anything. I just gotta click on it or just throw it on auto. Also, there's no ×4 now. It's just a ×2. But we'll run through this so you can see a full battle. And again, I think that's one of the biggest concerns with some people, just because it has simplified the battle strategy so much that there doesn't seem to be much strategy involved now. And I can definitely understand that concern. All right, there we go. And we won. And then you just go through the rest of that. We're not going to go through all that. Again, if you want to see more about this, more in depth, definitely check the stream out. I'm going to back out of this. Final thing I will leave you with is this. We still do have Sun, which is where all the different game modes are. Tells you the levels that you need to unlock it. Anti-Crime Network doesn't unlock till 12. That's a long way away right now. So that's currently what I'm working through right now. So this is, I think, what, day 4? Day 4 in this new game. And I'm really enjoying it. I do like it. There were some concerns and some things that I think need to be addressed. A lot of feedback has been given to the developers. If you are playing this and you have some strong opinions one way or another about what's working and what's not, definitely go to the official Discord. Leave your feedback, constructive feedback, please. Keep it constructive. We need some good, balanced feedback. So let's help them with it. All right, everybody, that is what I had for you. This is what we got so far. Very curious on your thoughts. Again, check the stream out. It is 3 hours, so maybe you want to watch it in pieces or fast forward to different parts. But there is a lot there. All right, everybody, really curious on your thoughts. As always, I want to thank you all for taking the time to watch the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.